Dak Prescott. He's coming off a season-ending injury. You're not sure what he's going to look like, but man, oh man, Dak Prescott looked like a top 10 quarterback tonight. He looked elite, might I say. Now, I'm not going to jump to no conclusions. I'm not saying that he is elite or that he is a top 10 guy. There's a lot of talented quarterbacks, and it's the first game of the regular season. So if you're like JV, slow your roll. Completely understand. I'm not here to tell you he's going to be the MVP this year, but I will say CeeDee Lamb let Dak Prescott down tonight. Dak did everything he could to win that game for the Cowboys. He looked extremely youthful, really young. He was escaping the pocket with tempo, with great speed, completing passes on the run, with some heat on the football, with precision, with accuracy. He was hitting deep shots, completing balls over the middle. Dak was super confident tonight. No matter the throw, he trusted it. He looked super comfortable, and he put his team on his back and almost won them the game. Dak Prescott, maybe besides Jalen Hurts, was my MVP tonight. It was the two quarterbacks, 1A and 1B. I'm looking back, I'm watching, I think, to end the second quarter, right before half, 15 seconds on the game clock. We've seen the history. I think it was the Niners in the playoffs. Remember that? Snapped the ball, ran like a draw play, couldn't get the snap off in time afterwards, lost the game in the playoffs. This time around, great timing route, slant, down 10 yards in front of him. Brandon Aubrey kicks, big time field goal. By the way, what an excellent asset to have in Brandon Aubrey. You can see Dak's a true veteran. He knows what he's doing out there. I was really impressed. I really was. I mean, you want to talk about that Philly secondary too? Hey, he understood where the weakness was tonight. It was that Philly secondary. Adoree Jackson got torn up by CeeDee Lamb. It's a glaring weakness on that Philly defense. They got to make a change. You lose Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Isaiah Rodgers from that secondary this season. They had no answer to CeeDee Lamb all night long. If CeeDee Lamb didn't have Butterfingers for the last few drives, there's a very different result in this game. It is a clear problem. And I'll tell you one more thing. Let's circle back to my earlier point. Jalen Carter takes himself out the game. You give Dak a lot more time in the pocket to adjust with the defense, to look at the coverage, to digest the play call, and get the ball on time to a guy like CeeDee Lamb over and over. The Eagles should count their blessings CeeDee Lamb wasn't on his game tonight. At least when it mattered at the end of the game. But Dak looked excellent. And, I'm just looking down here at my notes, and I'm also just remembering, how about that touchdown-saving tackle from Dak Prescott? He did it all tonight. Fumble on the 5-yard line, terrible place to lose the ball, never want to turn over in the red zone, but Dak Prescott comes flying out of nowhere to shut down a Quinyon Mitchell fumble recovery touchdown. Nobody else was catching him. There was nobody on that field with more pride tonight than Dak Prescott. And I got to give him it. I gotta give him respect for that. He's a true leader. Whether you're down, whether you're up, he's a guy you want on your side. Probably not worth $60 million, but I'd be really comfortable with him as the face. Just as the face, as the character in front of my franchise. You can tell he's a great dude, and I appreciate that.